I don't want a lot for Mom's Day.
Just a little Malibu
On ice.
Hello and welcome to Hardly Working, the show about life, love, and labor, hosted by the couple that works, plays, and stays together. I'm Kelly.
And I'm SP, and it is quite literally Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Kel.
Thank you. I'm a mom.
You are a mom.
I'm a stepmom, but still a mom.
Still a mom. Still has mom in the title.
That's true. In fact, this is just a random story. We're going into it today. But I was sitting on the floor with Brooklyn a couple of days ago, and we were talking about Mother's Day because she was like, have you and like Pops talked about what you're doing for your mama? And she was like, no, because I'm with you guys. Like whoever I'm with on the holidays who I'm celebrating.
We're like, yeah, more of that.
Yeah. Except you're with mama on Mother's Day. And she's like, wait, what? Anyways, we got half the day till like 1 o'clock with her, but I was sitting on the floor with her a couple of days ago and I was like, I love you. I'm so lucky to be your stepmom. I know that we're celebrating that. And she was like, stepmom. Pff, I don't call you stepmom. You're just my mom. I never call you stepmom. I don't look at you. You're not my stepmom. You're my mom.
Yeah.
I was like, that's right.
That's right.
That's right, snitch.
How'd that make you feel?
Great.
Good.
Because I am just, I've never looked at I'm really jumping right into it.
That's good.
But I've never looked at her as if I'm her stepmom or she's my stepdaughter. I've always looked at her like she's my daughter.
And we're just about at the 5-year family anniversary for us.
That's right.
Which, we'd been a part of each other's life, engagement and dating and all that.
Yeah,
but we got married 5 years ago in like a week or two.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
It's our official family anniversary.
Your birthday's in a week?
That's true, but let's try not to talk about my birthday because I don't care about that. But it is Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Sorry, I feel like I was like, rejection. Not okay. That.
We're flying on your birthday and you can't stop me.
That's true. It's going to be great.
Make the whole plane sing. Just kidding, I won't.
Please don't. But before we get there, it is Mother's Day, and this is going to be probably the most eclectic, odd episode we've done. It's some balance between hardly working and hardly working through it. And some of the stuff that you're used to in Hardly Working with stories and unpopular opinions, we may or may not get there. It's been less than a week since we've recorded. You get that chocolate. It's Mother's Day.
Yeah, it's also Mother's Day. I'm eating my chocolate, my Ghirardelli caramel-filled chocolate. I'm going to eat it on the show, and I don't care.
That's you do you, mommy.
I'm going to try. It's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
But even though it's not Mother's Day, this comes out, and I understand that, but it's Mother's Day today.
Yeah, so it'll be an interesting show. Some of the things that you're used to and others that will be brand new. So we're just kind of going rogue. It has been less than a week since we filmed our last episode. My schedule was a little crazy, so we had to come in a little early. So there was not that much news and fun stories to pull from. So we're going to have a good time kind of winging it and see where it goes. But happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there, whether you are a mom, whether you know a mom, whether you just know the term mom, or you have a mom yourself. Happy Mother's Day to you. If you have a kid, if you've lost a kid, or you're anywhere in between that, happy Mother's Day. We love you, we see you, and we hope you feel celebrated today.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy
Mother's Day. But here's one of the things I want to talk about, because it is Mother's Day. We've had a handful of people want to hear about some of our co-parenting pieces. And while we're not going to spend a whole episode talking about that, like a working through it, how is Mother's Day for you generally because you are the stepmom? Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel gypped? Do you feel somewhere in between? What is it?
It's a great question, SP.
Thanks, KR.
Mother's Day is kind of crappy. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It's kind of can I say curse words on here? No.
Sure,
crappy day.
It's
a shitty day. Shitty. It's an interesting day. This is the first year. And here's the deal. I'll preface with saying, for the most part, I think that we co-parent well. Although I don't know if you can co-parent if you don't talk all the time. That's still up for like debate, Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb while I do this. Oh. But I think we co-parent pretty well when we need to talk about issues regarding Brooklyn. However, I don't think that Mother's Day this is the first year that I've been offered more than 9 a.m. on Mother's Day.
Right. Yeah. Usually
it's like pretty like 9 a.m. or 9 or 10. That's it. And so this year we got to have Brooklyn until 1 p.m., which is nice. But I think normally how I feel on Mother's Day is that I'm not a mom.
Yeah.
Which like is really weird because I am, but like
Yeah, you are.
It's a weird thing to share that. And it's hard. It's a hard balance because I also feel for her mom as well. It's like it's Mother's Day and it's her day. She's a mom. She carried Brooklyn and she gave birth to Brooklyn. Well, she has C-section Brooklyn.
That's the same
thing.
It's the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
thing.
it is. But it's, yeah. I feel like when you say you gave birth to a child, you refer to like the labor process. Does that
It
make
was
sense?
laborious, let me tell you. I mean, pushing out a baby doesn't sound like a picnic, but also having someone
For sure.
slice your stomach open is
Okay.
not
But you know what I mean.
alternative.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I just didn't feel right in the context of what I was saying. But like, I understand wanting to be with your kid on Mother's Day. It is a weird thing because I'm like, she's also my kid. Like, I chose this too. Like, yeah, I chose you, but I also chose her when we got married.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I liked my time with her. So to answer your question more succinctly, Mother's Day sucks. Also, it's a weird day, which I wonder how many people out there that are my age can relate to. Because when you don't have a kid and you start getting older, like you're fine, like you're celebrating your mom. When you have a kid, but your parents are still around, which how great.
Yeah,
There's a lot of pressure.
We should all wish to be that lucky.
For
yeah.
sure. But there's a lot of pressure because it's like you have like a first, second, third ranking, and your mom is always like the first. Does that make sense? Like my mom becomes
the first
before
for
me.
You. My mom's the first for me.
You know what I mean? Like the
whoever's
moms-
mom, it's always
Your mom
ranks
comes
number one.
first.
Yep.
But like we have a mom. And so I don't really get that time. And so it's such a weird thing. And my brothers are probably listening to this and they should.
They should listen.
No, my brothers are probably listening to this. And so I'm sorry ahead of time. But Mother's Day and Father's Day seem to always fall to me. I'm the big planner of the family. And I know, I'm aware. I've talked to my parents about this a lot. I am the planner. I'm aware of that. And so I'm the one who makes it happen.
Yeah.
Not that they're not down to do it.
Sure. But it's your responsibility to
They just don't think
do
as
the
far
details.
ahead as I do sometimes.
To be fair, no one in the world
No
does.
one in the world does. I'm like 10 months out. I'm just kidding. That's not true. But like, I know that I think
We're actually already planning Mother's Day 2025.
yeah, we are. It's going to be lit. I'm just kidding. No, but I know that I like really think a lot about things and make sure people are like taken care of. And I'm just a helper in general. If you know anything about Enneagram, I'm a helper. And so I'm a giver.
You're a 2.
I'm a 2. I want everyone to be taken care of. And so I know that, but it always does fall to me. And it's important to me that people feel taken care of and loved and seen on certain days, which unfortunately in return makes it so that I don't necessarily feel heard or seen on the days that I should necessarily.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to you about this the other day. So I feel like I'm talking a lot.
It's Mother's Day, baby.
That's right. But I was just talking to you about this the other day where I was like, Mother's Day kind of just sucks. Like it really isn't a day for me. If Mother's Day is supposed to be a day where moms can be like celebrated and like taken care of, you can do whatever you want. That's not my Mother's Day experience.
No, we usually put you to work.
No, but think about it. My Mother's Day experience is normally centered around making sure your mom and my mom feel loved and cared for and that we've planned out enough time. Your mom normally gets the morning. My mom normally gets the afternoon because my dad works in the morning. And then it's also connected with making sure Whitney feels taken care of as well. Mm-hmm. And so making sure Brooklyn gets to where she needs to be.
Yeah.
And that Whitney doesn't feel left out. And even today, as we were leaving, Brooklyn was just hugging me.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling guilty for my child hugging me in front of her mom on Mother's Day, but I'm like, I'm also a mom. But
Yeah.
I know in her eyes, it's not Brooklyn's eyes and Whitney's eyes, not the same thing.
For sure.
But she's not mean about it. I just want to be very clear.
No. And well, I mean, we've come a long way with that. But we're definitely in a place where that's no longer the case.
Yeah. So again, to answer your question more succinctly, Mother's Day kind of sucks.
Happy Mother's Day,
Although I
everybody.
enjoy celebrating my mom and your mom.
Yeah, I meant to put this out on Hardly Working Insta. If you're not following that, please do. I figure I guess I'll just leave it for kind of the holidays, but I wanted to hear from people about like if someone's listening and they're married or they're in a serious relationship, like what's the hardest parts of the holidays? Like what's the stress? I assume it's the schedules, but it's probably more than that. But I am interested, like you described, we have our own moms to take care of, and then we have you as a mom to take care of, and another mom to take care of, and like there's just layers and layers. And honestly, your mom has a mom to take care of, as does mine. Like it just keeps going up
Your
the
mom
chain
didn't even go and see her mom today because she sees her every day.
all the time.
Yeah.
Which is also our scenario right now as we are still out of our house. But that's a lovely transition into Condo update. All the floors are gone. All the ceilings have been replaced.
We're now picking out paint colors, which can I tell you that to have a husband that is colorblind, specifically
convenient.
red, green, and brown colorblind, is that the color?
That's what people say. I'm mostly colorblind.
Yeah. It's very hard when I'm like, I want to paint our house green. And he's like, it looks great.
Sure.
I'm like, there are 3 different colors on that wall.
Do you want me to put up the colors on the video right now?
You should tell me what
Boom.
colors you like. Except that there's 4 colors there. One of them is just a flat paint to try to decide if we wanted flat or eggshell.
Is that on the left or the bottom?
That's on the left.
Okay. Ignore the one on the left if you're
Although
watching.
it basically matches the one on the bottom.
We should vote. We should have people vote. And that's how we'll paint our house.
Yeah.
Okay. We won't do that. Anyway, yeah, it's coming together. We're going to be doing paint and floors here soon-ish,
really
I hope.
excited.
But I'm also gone for the next 3 days.
So I'll be doing paint.
And then home for 2. And then Kelly and I are gone for like a week after
So
that.
I'll be painting.
She says that, but she's excited to paint.
I am excited to paint, but I'll be cleaning and painting.
It's going to be mostly wiping and washing the dust off of everything.
I'm going to start. Yeah, it doesn't matter. My process. I'm going to start in the bathroom, but it doesn't matter.
We took a... yeah. We'll keep you updated on that later.
Yeah.
But I did want to say one more thing. I did want to say thing.
What did you want to say?
Can I say thing?
Say thing.
There is a therapist on TikTok who's one of my faves. His
Yeah.
name is Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
And I was just scrolling and he had a little bit of Mother's Day content. I want to preface this with I feel like you and I are very fortunate, very lucky that we both have awesome moms. Your mother is wonderful. My mother's wonderful.
You're right.
It really
And if you're listening,
it really felt like you were going to contradict that. And I was like, this is not the time.
no, you're right. And I also want to add, you guys are the best moms. I feel so lucky to have such a great mother-in-law
It was cool
and a great mom.
to see you and my mom and sister and dog on her bed last night talking paint colors. I was like, what a drastic departure.
I know. I was just hanging out on your mom's bed with the scooter boy.
Yeah, the little corks.
And with Meg. Yeah.
It's good times.
It's okay. Which he got, this is so random, but he got a bath today. He was so excited about it. He was just running everywhere. And I was like, you're such a wet dog. Mm-hmm. You need to go and sit and dry, but I love you.
B came out. She was like, don't go into Gran's room. It smells like wet dog magnified.
Because it was.
That's what I said. Well, there was a wet dog. She's like, yeah, but worse.
But he was so cute. He's a little corgi.
It was really funny. Anyway, we are very fortunate that we've
great
had
moms.
great moms.
Yeah.
I know that that's not the case for everybody.
Sorry.
And if
you can share ours.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. I'll have to ask. But I did find this video from my favorite therapist, Jeff.
I'm ready.
And, if this falls into your category on Mother's Day, hopefully this could mean something to you. So check it
Hey,
out.
Jeff.
Listen up.
Happy Mother's Day to everyone who didn't get their emotional, psychological, behavioral, or physical needs met in childhood, thus being forced to reparent themselves in adulthood, being their own mom, and healing their inner child with the love, compassion, and care you were supposed to get, but never did. This day is for all of us who have become somewhat healthy, sort of functioning, definitely punk rock adults who can maybe sometimes have a pretty okay relationship with friends and partners, now and then set like a decent boundary, speak up about a need, and allow love into their hearts. Today is your day. Treat yourself.
I
He's
will.
a sweetie. He's so great.
He's so great. What color do you think the wall is behind him?
Blue. Am I right?
No.
What? Are you serious?
It's a purple wall, which is all I could really focus on. I was listening to his words, but I was also like, wow, you chose purple as your wall? I'm just really into paint colors right now. Can you tell?
There's 3 different monitors here that I'm looking at to see if I can see that. It definitively looks blue.
What color is his shirt to you?
I understand that his shirt's blue as well.
Yeah, it does
It's
not
a
match
light blue.
the back.
No, there's light and dark blue.
Yeah. It's definitely dark
The
purple.
point is, if you relate to this video, we love you.
So sad.
Anyway, check him out on TikTok. He's really great.
We
He
listen
just-
to him a lot.
He just gives basically free therapy away. He also has an awesome podcast, which I apologize, I don't know the name of it. It just started a couple weeks ago or months ago maybe, and definitely worth checking out. But shout out to our friend Jeff.
We
the
like Jeff a
therapist
lot.
on TikTok. Now, I mentioned that things were going to be a little bit different this week
Yeah.
than a normal episode. And one of the things I wanted to do was play a little game with you.
Oh, God.
I know last week was it last week that we did a game? Yeah. We did the Argy Bargy game.
Argy bargy.
I had a great time with that.
I did too. We
Really
didn't get
and
any
truly.
argy bargies this week.
No, we
We did have some chin wags.
We
okay,
did have some
chinwags.
some waggle daggles.
No argy boggies, but we did have some chinwags.
Yeah. Next week we'll try to get in some argy bargies.
No.
All right, fine.
No.
So I have this game for you,
All right.
and it's within theme.
Okay.
It's called Your Mom: The Truth About Mothers. Now, I have not looked. I've glanced through this game,
Liar.
but I don't know the answers. So we can play it together.
All right.
And if you're listening or watching,
Play at home.
you can play at home. You ready to jump in?
Yes.
How to play. The moms are hiding secrets from us. Answer these multiple choice trivia questions to discover the dark secrets of motherhood. I will say that I know that it's not just multiple choice. It's also true and false. Like our first one. True or false? Mother's Day has the lowest crime rate of the entire year.
True.
Let's find out. Lock in your answers at home. False. Moms still make time to commit crime on Mother's Day.
That's very weird. I feel like everyone should be with your mom on Mother's Day.
Yeah, committing crimes.
No.
Argy-bargying
What
with
is
your
the
mom.
lowest crime day of the year?
I think it's Father's Day, actually.
Liar.
I don't know.
Don't.
Survey says
Probably Christmas.
Christmas. Actually, that would be the time to commit a crime, don't you think? Everyone's with the families.
Everyone would know that you're not there.
That's true. Where's Carl? He's at Macy's.
Doing what?
Breaking
Stealing.
in. Stealing. Stealing. Next up, you read this one.
What animal mother gives birth while standing? Horses, bears, cows, or giraffes? I'm pretty sure the answer is either horse or giraffe.
I do know the answer to this because
Or is it cows? It's not bears.
there's one thing for sure.
I feel like horses never lay down. I'm going to say horses.
Well, I do know the answer to this one.
Okay. Horses, A. Locked it in.
Locked it in. It's giraffes.
God.
Because of the mom's height, the baby giraffe will fall to the ground from up to 6 feet. I love that graphic too. It's this baby
Yeah,
giraffe.
you know what's funny is I have this recollection in my mind that giraffes got on their knees, which is why I said they didn't stand up.
Still kind of standing.
I know, but I was like, I feel like horses never lie down.
That's true
I feel
as
like
well.
that's a trick question. You should look it up. Do horses give birth standing? I'm pretty sure they do. I'm
Lady-
also pretty sure that cows give birth standing up as well.
I don't think that's true. Maybe it is. I'm not a science doctor, animal
You didn't vet these
specialist.
questions.
Yeah, and I'm also not a veterinarian. Okay?
Next.
I don't know.
Next.
Next up. In the Disney film Finding Nemo, what is the name of Nemo's mother?
Pearl.
Aqua, Coral, Pearl, or Ariel?
Pearl.
I actually truly don't know. I'm going to go Coral. How confident are you?
Pearl. It could be coral, but I thought that they lived in coral, but they don't. And maybe it's coral. They live in an anemone. An anemone is what Nemo says. Anemone.
Let's
Do you
find out
remember
the
that?
answer.
It's
It is Coral.
Yeah, I thought they lived in coral, but her name is Coral.
All right. Next one. You're up because my voice
Next
is too
one.
busy cracking. It's been a long week.
The
lady.
highest number of calls are made on Mother's Day each year. No.
I'm going to say
false.
true. You don't think so?
No.
It is true. Calls increased by as much as 37% on Mother's Day.
Don't forget to call your mother. What's
in
that from?
362 days.
That's from something. Oh, that's from a Bones episode. It's
Okay.
also a song. Okay, sorry. Here, I'm just...
Of the 15 current Disney princesses, how many have a living mother? That's a sad question.
Ariel, dead. Rapunzel, alive.
Well,
Minus
kind of.
evil stepmothers. No, her mother's alive.
Okay, so you can count, but it goes, the options are 0, 6, 10, or 14.
I know. I'm going to do the math.
And for those just listening, it does say minus evil stepmothers.
It does. Okay.
So we're not talking Cinderella's stepmother.
Aurora,
Okay.
dead. Or is she
Just
sleeping?
name the living one.
Is she sleeping? I gotta go through it.
And
Snow
then the
White,
next day,
Snow White, dead. Pocahontas, dead.
never even heard of her. Why do they have to be dead?
Mulan, alive.
Is she a Disney princess?
She's
Or a
technically considered a
Disney
Disney
warrior.
princess. Merida, alive.
Also kind of evil.
Give me other ones. Sleeping Beauty, Snow White.
What do you have so far? How many
3.
living? 3?
I'm gonna say 6, but I don't know how many. I don't know how many of them they consider Disney princesses.
All right, let's go with 6
Okay.
and see what happens. The real answer is
6.
Hey!
Oh, Aurora's mom says she's sleeping. That's what I said. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Aurora, Mulan, Tiana, Rapunzel, Merida, and Moana. See, I got 4 out of the 6.
I don't want
did
to
pretty
split
good.
hairs here, but I remember when Disney bought Fox and they were like, oh, because Disney bought Fox, that means Lisa Simpson is a Disney princess.
She's not.
Kind of alluding to the idea that if you're a woman in the Disney family, it automatically makes you a princess.
But it does not, because she's
is
not included.
Moana a princess? Is she the leader?
I am Moana. Yes.
Is she next in line for the throne?
She is.
Of what? Of Hawaii? Of Tafiti? Of what?
No, Tafiti is the god, and Hawaii, I don't think is the name of their island. Whatever the name of their island is.
Mulan is not royalty.
She married into it. Actually, she didn't.
Merida's not. Well, actually, no. Merida
Here's the deal.
definitively is.
Disney princesses are whoever Disney says is princesses. So
They're lead heroines.
my brain went to the boxes when they say, "Here's your Disney princesses."
Yeah.
That's who it is. Lisa Simpson, not in those boxes.
Not a
All of
princess.
those ones, yes, including and others as well that have lost their mother, because most of the time somebody dies.
Oh boy, this is a sad Mother's Day episode. Let's look at the next one. Which animal has the longest pregnancy?
Elephants.
Humans, dogs, elephants, or opossums?
22 months. Elephants.
Do you know this?
That's my guess.
You think an elephant takes 22 months because they're bigger?
I don't know. Let's see.
Well, hold on, lady.
I played a lot of baby shower games, and in my brain, elephants are 22 months, but that could be wrong.
That's what we should have done today was baby shower games. That would have made sense.
Yeah, because it's all about expecting moms.
There you go. But okay, here's the deal. I believe
Dogs are not 2 weeks, but they're very quick.
I think it's 2.5 days.
It's months.
I think it's minutes.
No.
Here's the deal. I know that dogs are quicker than humans in terms of pregnancy. Possums, I have no idea, but they seem like one of the rodent family that would have a bunch of babies fast, like mice and
I'm
stuff.
pretty sure it's elephants, and I wonder if it'll tell us how long. And
It's
if not,
gonna be-
I'm looking it up.
Elephants or humans? I agree that it's probably elephants, but I'm going to go with humans just to change it up.
Okay.
It is elephants.
2 full years, 22 months.
2 years. That's why they're endangered. It's a podcast. You have to say it
Are
out
you
loud.
impressed at all?
I am very impressed.
Hey Siri, how long is an elephant's gestation period? 22 months. Look, all of those baby shower games coming in clutch. Look at that.
Finally.
But I told you, see, almost at 2 full years. It's 22 months.
Hey, can I just
Isn't
say
that
something?
crazy, though?
It is nuts.
Sorry.
And it makes sense why they're in danger. And endangered.
It's also a
In
very long time to be
space
pregnant.
danger. Yeah, it's too long.
Okay, and
some
what?
might say. I was gonna be like, do you feel so happy for the dozens of people that heard that you were right? And then I realized, I don't think I said this on the show, and I'll say it on Instagram at some point. We were having a horrible week when we got in our car accident, and I had to fly the next day, and everything was burning. And then I got an email. It was like, congratulations, your podcast had 1,000 downloads. And I was like, yeah. Because sometimes I'm like, do we do this for
Just
3
for us.
people? For
Yeah, we do.
us? And I was like, no.
Looking at you,
it's
Simone and Shelby.
thousands. And I've
Just kidding. Sorry.
and Ryan.
And probably Jansen, too.
And I was like, that felt better because it is a bit of a labor of love.
It
It
is.
is a 22
But we love you
month
guys.
labor of love, really, is what it is.
It's what elephants do.
If we make it to 22 months, we could have an elephant baby on that episode.
No.
Moving on. You can read this one.
What is the UK's equivalent of Mother's Day called? A, Motherhood Recognition Day. 2, Mothering Sunday.
You went straight from A to 2.
Motherhood Recognition Day. B, Mother Monday.
Okay, can we start over?
Oh my God.
Give me the
What is
answers
the
again.
UK's equivalent of Mother's Day called? A, Motherhood Recognition Day. Who writes it like this?
The
B,
British.
Mother Monday. C, Mothering Sunday. D, Mamma Mia Day. C,
I like Mamma Mia Day.
Mothering Sunday.
I think the Brits might be so prim and proper. You know what? You're the Bridgerton expert. Have you heard anything about
sorry.
Motherhood Recognition Day?
No.
How about Mother Monday?
No.
I
I've
think
never
that's
heard
just what
any of these.
they call Mondays in the UK. They're like, oh,
I'm just
Mother
gonna,
Monday.
I'm gonna say Mothering Sunday, although I don't know that that's correct. But I have honestly no idea.
I'm pretty happy with Mothering Sunday.
Okay,
You know what it
let's-
reminds me of? Boxing Day.
Canada.
Is a Canada thing, but isn't. I'm going to stop there.
The reason why I know about that is because Lush has a huge sale on Boxing Day. And it's the day after Christmas.
They say huge sale, but ever since the Northern Lights bath bomb was gone, who cares? Also, what's up with the Northern Lights?
For all of you that saw it here in the U.S., I'm pretty jealous. It's like a bucket list thing for me.
More like the Southern Lights or the Equator Lights. They came way far down.
I know. I want to see them.
Can't.
Maybe one day you'll take me.
Maybe. I don't see colors, so it's not that exciting to me. All right. Everyone at home, answers locked in. What do the Brits call Mother's Day? Mothering Sunday.
I was right. It always falls on the fourth Sunday of Lent, 3 weeks before Easter Sunday. So they had it a long time ago.
4 weeks before Easter Sunday?
But I
my
do know
gosh,
that.
Easter was in March this year.
Yeah, I do know that they do celebrate it earlier.
I can tell that you're having a hard Mother's Day because while people can't even see it if they're watching, our feet are entangled. Because Kelly does this thing where she's like, I just need to be close.
Sometimes, yeah, you can't see my feet.
No.
I still can't see it. And give me the next one.
There's only a few left. Which insect mother does not eat the eggs of her children? Yikes. A, ladybug. B, dragonfly. C, centipede. Or D, praying mantis.
Well, it's definitely not praying mantis
Yeah,
because I feel like they freaking eat.
everything, right? Husbands, hide your sisters, hide your wives, hide your baby eggs.
Is a ladybird a ladybug?
Oh, I said ladybug, but that says ladybird. You're right. I don't know. Ladybird is
It's a movie.
Greta Gerwig's movie.
But what's a ladybird?
I think it's a female bird.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Oh my God. Hey,
I knew this
Siri.
episode was going to be weird. And I'm
What's
so
a
happy.
ladybird?
A
a ladybug.
ladybird is a female bird.
Ladybug, family of beetles, commonly known as ladybugs in North America and ladybirds in the United Kingdom. Where did you get this game from?
The UK.
Apparently.
On Mothering
So
Day.
ladybugs, dragonfly, centipede, or praying mantis. Praying mantis definitely eat the eggs.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
centipede could be on there too. Or,
honestly,
dragonfly feels like it would eat it.
I think it's A, that ladybugs or ladybirds do not eat the eggs of their children. Also, can I tell you, I had a ladybug land on the inside of my car the other day. And I was like, oh, good luck to my car.
Yeah, bad luck for her eggs.
Well, maybe not. Let's find out.
Dragonflies.
Dragonflies. So ladybugs do eat them.
Oh, I saw a ladybug the other day when I was on the phone outside. It was very pretty. And then I went to go get it and bring it inside and it was gone.
Yeah, well, I got to see one.
Yeah.
Straight up. It was on my car in the inside.
My story was not a good story, but it was a true story.
Mine was better. Mine was true.
Yeah, yes, it was. I'm so sorry.
My mom had to get it out of the car because I was picking her up.
Oh, you ready for this one?
What president declared Mother's Day an official U.S. holiday? A, Woodrow Wilson. B, George Washington. C, Teddy Roosevelt. Or D, Abraham Lincoln. Well, it's definitely not George Washington.
And it shouldn't be Lincoln. He had bigger fish to fry.
I don't know that Woodrow Wilson did anything. I'm going to call it. I'm going to say Teddy. Good old Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy bear. I don't know.
Theodore Roosevelt.
There's something about Woodrow Wilson. I think it's
Do you know
because
anything about Woodrow Wilson?
I know nothing about presidential
Boring
history.
president.
I have never met with the Secret Service.
Teddy, no,
like
you haven't. Like I have. Teddy
Actually,
Roosevelt.
I have. Lady, listen up. I have.
Not in this. What's their name?
Carson.
Nope.
No, okay.
My buddy
Look,
Rick.
I dealt with the actual former president. You were just with the first lady.
Yeah, one of the most popular first ladies in all of history. What's George Washington? Which was not his name. What's George W. Bush's wife's name?
That's easy. Veronica?
Yeah, I was like,
Betsy?
you took the answer.
I'm sorry.
And it was exactly who I thought it wasn't. The most boring president ever.
Oh, I was right, though. It
Yeah,
is
Woodrow
Woodrow
Wilson.
Wilson. But you know
Mother's-
why? Here's my logic. Because if you flip his name over, there's lots of M's in it instead of W's, and it felt like a mom thing.
Okay, Mother's Day became an official U.S. holiday in 1914, always landing on the second Sunday in May. All right, thanks, Woodrow Wilson. That's a fun thing you did. He wasn't that boring. Just compared to the other three, he was.
Yeah.
Teddy
and-
Roosevelt is my favorite president. As you know, he's the most interesting president I feel like we've had. Not only did he fight as like a general or a lieutenant or something like that in the war and freaking like led to victory, but then he also became the freaking president.
Woohoo! Sorry, nodded off for a second.
He also, I think, was one of the first presidents to have a black
A
man.
peg leg, yeah.
No, to invite a like black person into the White House. It was a big deal.
Especially with a name like White House.
I'm just saying, he's really cool.
He's really cool.
I really like Teddy Roosevelt.
You crapped all over him for a second.
I did not.
Oh, you're talking about
Teddy Teddy Roosevelt.
We're talking about Woodrow Wilson.
I know, I'm just saying, Teddy Roosevelt is super cool. You should look into him. He's great.
Yeah.
Great.
He spoke softly, carried a big stick, blah, blah, blah. Teddy bears were named after him, blah, blah, blah. Assassinated John F. Kennedy, blah, blah, blah.
He did not.
You don't know.
I do know he was dead by that time.
Okay, moving on.
My God.
It changed up there, but not there. I don't know what's happening. What is the world record for most babies born to one mom at one time?
12.
And this might be our last one.
12.
It's either 6, 9, 10, or 12.
12.
At one time. Hey, that John and Kate plus 8 lady, how many did... Well, I guess it would have been 8. Heard it when I said it.
We also know that we have had like octuplets. Is that what it's called?
That's 8,
Octomom?
though, right?
Yeah, that was that one lady.
Is that not Kate?
No.
Gosling? Jenner?
No. I'm gonna say,
Kardashian?
I said 12, but now I'm going to change it and say 10.
12 sounds like a whole litter.
Let's see.
9.
Wow.
On January 20-something.
Non-nuplets. Non-uplets?
Naniplets. Let me see what
A
happens
woman in California. That's where we are.
What?
In 2009?
Hey, I was at Holly and Eric's baby shower the other day. Shout out
I'm
to
so
our friends.
sad I missed that. I was sick. Didn't feel like it was fair to give Holly my sickness. For being
Allegedly.
pregnant.
But they had this awesome game where they built this catapult where you launch these little plastic babies into cribs and stuff. It was hysterical. But did you ever, as a kid, because it reminded me of this, have to do, I think it's a Mexican tradition, but don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. But when I was in Santa Susana school, in early elementary school, they did this thing
Hispanic?
where they baked a cake.
A Hispanic tradition.
I'm sorry. Is that not allowed?
I don't know.
Are Hispanic people not allowed to have traditions? I'm saying I think that's what it
Keep
was.
going.
I just don't know. This isn't a negative racial thing. I just think it's part of their culture. That's all that I'm saying.
Where you bake a cake and you have to find the baby in it?
There's a plastic baby in it.
I don't know that that is specific to that culture, but
Whose culture is it specific to?
no idea.
Theodore Roosevelt's?
I know they used to have something in like old English stuff where it was like you would bake a bread and then you would hide like a bean in it, and whoever found the bean would have good luck for forever.
Such a poverty game.
I know.
We baked a bean in this bread.
So I don't, whoever found it would have good luck. So I don't know that. I think maybe they just made a spin on that.
Oh my gosh.
Who knows?
You were giving me crap about saying a Mexican tradition.
Are you not impressed by all the random freaking things I know?
I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of terrified. Slightly impressed, mostly scared.
Yeah. Well, all
Okay,
right.
but more to come on this story that I was telling.
I want to hear.
I thought that if you found the baby, because this was like kindergarten or
You
first
would have
grade.
a baby?
No, that you would win, like you win the prize.
The prize
You
is
get
the
to
baby.
hit the pinata. No, you're right. It's like catching the bouquet.
Yeah.
The bouquet. How do you say it?
Bouquet.
Acknowledgement. What was the word?
That's not
The
it.
bouquet?
No.
Bouquet.
Yes.
Catch the flowers at a wedding, and then you're going to get married next. If you find the baby,
At
You're-
9 years old, guess what?
Well-
You're the next step.
that's what I'm saying, though. I wasn't saying exactly that because creepy. But when I was like in kindergarten or first grade when we did this, I thought we were winning a prize. I was like, I'm going to find that baby. Now, knowing what I know now,
Like, don't find that baby.
because they told me this at the baby
Don't
shower.
do it.
Don't find the baby.
Don't find that baby. We used to do baby and ice.
What does that mean?
Like for baby showers, you would like make ice cubes and have a bunch of babies in them.
Like the little plastic ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
And then what? What do you do after
And then
that?
it was like, it's like when your water broke. It was like whoever was first to like get the baby out. You'd win a prize.
So that's how you win?
Yeah.
You just
Win
try
a
to
prize.
like get the baby out of the ice cube?
Yep.
So what are women's lives are weird, man. I've never been to a baby shower like this.
I could
So what
throw
are you
one
supposed to do?
for you. Not that you have a baby coming, but I could just do it so you could learn.
That'd be great. So do you do it with the heat of your body in your hands, or do you like smash it?
It's supposed to be the heat of your body.
Right. That's
In your
a very
hands.
pro-life way to do it. You don't want to smash the ice cube with the baby in it.
Also, you might lose the baby if you do that. So
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
You know, gotta be careful. You don't know who's at your wedding.
Gotta be
Or your
careful.
baby shower. Or anything, really. This has been Moms
fun
with
game.
Secrets, or whatever it's called.
You're welcome. 22 months for an elephant, huh? Woodrow Wilson coming in clutch, caring about moms. Who would have guessed
there
it?
you
Not
go.
me.
I'll tell you what. You
Not me.
learned something today on this podcast.
Yeah.
Something to talk about in future Mother's Days in 12 months from now.
Do you have more games for me?
You know, I was going to do another one, but I didn't want to double up on the games.
I'm ready.
So I did something a little bit different. I mean, I can make it up right now.
No.
I did something a little bit different. Rather than going into stories, I fell down this trend. And instead of doing stories, I wanted to do a new segment called Spill the Tea. There was this lady, this chick, if you will, young lady.
Okay.
She just nonchalantly, allegedly on her burner account, was like, what's the tea? What's going on? Spill it. I want to hear what's going on. And then she didn't see it until days later, and it blew up. And so people were stitching it, being like, here's the tea in my life. So
I should do that.
I brought 2 videos in
Okay.
for us to watch / listen to
I'm ready.
and comment on.
Okay.
Are you ready for the first one?
I've been ready.
Here it is.
Give me the tea. What's the drama?
I'm like 90% sure I dated a serial killer.
Yeah.
So I was listening to a true crime podcast, and then they were talking about this serial killer, obviously. And they said, oh, he was from this state. And I was like, okay, that's where my ex is from.
Weird.
And then they said, oh, and then he moved at this time. And I was like, oh, that's when he moved to Ohio.
That's so weird.
And then they were like, and he's 6'6".
Come
I
on.
was like, my ex is 6'6". And then they started describing his appearance. And I literally exactly how my ex looks. And I was like, oh,
Did they say his name?
okay, getting a little weird. And then they said his first name.
How'd I know?
And wouldn't you know it, that's my ex's name. And I was just like, that's, it's a coincidence. It's probably a coincidence, And I started thinking about it. My ex is the one that got me into true crime. Because he was so fascinated with the mind of serial killers. Take with that what you will.
I'm telling you.
I don't think that last sentence was correct, but yeah.
Take with that what you will.
Yeah.
Go with God.
Wow, I want to
Can you
know.
imagine?
I'm ready for the documentary. What's your ex's name? What
I
serial killer? What did he do? I
Well,
wanna
when
know.
we see when we see 666, the serial 6'6" killer.
Yeah, from
Well, no,
Ohio.
from
They moved to
Ohio.
Ohio. That's all we got. That's all you gave us.
It's all we get. That's crazy. Can you? Did any of your exes have anywhere near the insanity of this?
No.
Me
No.
either. Thank goodness.
Yeah, I think so. It'd be a good story, like party story. Do you know that my ex was a serial killer? What? Yeah, no, I married so much better now, huh?
Yeah, I'm just a sociopath. Can you imagine though? It's like seeing that, hearing that on the news, and being like,
She didn't hear it on the news. She heard it on a true crime podcast.
"Oh, she said, oh, she heard it on a podcast."
Yes.
We should make stuff up. We should be like, his name was Robert Paulson. He dated a woman named Jessica in Ohio.
She wasn't from Ohio.
We should start a fake true crime podcast.
Let's do it.
Deal. We're not going to do that.
All right, I'm ready for the next
All
one.
right, there's one more
Spill
left.
the tea. I've been wanting to get into true crime podcasts, but
Have you?
I really like documentaries, which you know.
Well, we got into a true crime documentary last
Jennifer,
night.
what did Jennifer do?
Or didn't do. We
What
don't wanna
did she
spoil
do?
it. Is that what
We're
it was
gonna
called?
watch the end of it today. Yeah.
I mean, I saw the
What
end of
Jennifer
that.
did. What did she do? You saw the end of it? We didn't get to the end of it.
Lady, you fell asleep, which is my job typically. But I was awake and I know how it ended. Let me give you
We
the
didn't
synopsis.
even get to the end. You changed
I
it.
got to the end. Let me give you the synopsis
All
for
right.
those who are interested. What did you say it was called?
What did Jennifer do?
It's on Netflix. Go look it up. So here's
Something
the
about
deal.
Jennifer doing something.
If
Jennifer
you
Pan?
if you are sensitive to true crime things or sensitive to death or that kind of stuff, fast forward like 30 seconds.
Don't watch it.
Here's what happened. Yeah, don't watch it. Here's what happened. It starts with this 911 call from this girl, Jennifer, who's maybe late teens, early 20s. And she's like, oh my gosh, there's people in my house.
She's like 22, 23.
Okay, early
Because she
20s. What is early 20s?
Graduated from college, remember?
No spoilers. Early 20s. Oh my God, there's people in my house. They had me tied up. They shot my mom and my dad is in the other room.
They shot him too.
Yes. So she goes to the police. Mom's gone. Rest in peace. Dad is in a coma.
Yep. Tells her whole story.
Tells her whole story.
Liar.
And then it goes.
Her dad woke up.
Her dad wakes up and it changes everything. And it was a good hook. This is not something I'm interested in generally.
But he was interested.
I truly toughed it out for you. You know me. I have a very light, low margin. I was in and out of sleep. Especially in the season that we're in. I was like, I don't want to watch this. This is like horrible. And you're like, thanks. We should just... And you went to sleep.
I watched most of it. I woke up when he got out of his coma. I woke up when he said stuff.
Yeah.
I woke up when she changed her story.
Don't spoil it, lady.
I'm just saying, I woke up.
There's definitely a lot of different characters and shifts and changes in here. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check it out on Netflix.
Check it out.
Something about Jennifer. What did Jennifer say?
What did Jennifer do?
Jennifer, wake up.
She's already awake. I don't like this.
Ready to spill some more tea?
Yes.
Now this has nothing to do with the last one. This is new tea to spill. Take it away.
Give me the tea. What's the drama?
I got some tea. Excuse how I look. I am traumatized, okay? So basically, a few months ago, I met this guy. He approached me. Mm-hmm. We started seeing each other, and not just like casually. It was not casually. It was, I'm going to marry you. I'm going to have children with you. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
Too soon.
He met my family. Like, when the full thing was obsessed with me, it was like movie love. Like, this man was head over heels. I was head over heels. There was no games. There was no like lies. It wasn't drama. It was just like a great relationship. But Mr. Man was busy a lot, and it became a problem because he didn't have time for me. Didn't have time for a relationship, right? But continued on talking about how he was going to marry.
Yeah.
So last week, I'm like, you know what? This is not going to work out. Right person, wrong time. You need to get your life together. Let me know when you're ready. And it was so sweet, and it was like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry. I wish things could have been different. Like, I'm going to make time for you in the future, blah, blah, blah. So it's over. Done. 2 days ago, he posts on Instagram. I go to the comments. Tell me why someone commented, husband. So I'm like, that's weird, because we've been together for months, and we only broke up like 2 days ago. I go to her page. They've been together for 3 years. 3 years. A whole girlfriend. So I do my FBI shit. I realized that he would be with her like the night while I was with him the day. I realized like the things he said he was doing, he was actually with her. And I put like all these clues together, right? And then I am deeply in her mom's Facebook. I realize his best friend, who was around when I was around, is the girl's brother. What? And I'm like, so your brother knew that your man was with another girl, because he knew. And I'm like, these trips he went on with these friends, they knew about me, and she was on the trips. So I'm like, what the heck? Obviously, I've been blowing up his phone. Nothing. So I'm like, I gotta tell this poor girl. Like, I feel terrible, right? Like, she's a victim. I'm trying to reach her. I'm doing everything I can to contact her. She's not answering. Finally, this man answers me, right? They're in an open relationship. She knew about me the entire time. All of his friends, everyone knew the entire time. And they all kept it a secret from me. I was getting played not only by a man, but by his girlfriend and all of their friends. I was the joke. And yesterday, he wouldn't give me my shit back. So you know who he had do it? Who? His girlfriend. Oh. So yeah, that's my tea. Pretty intense. I am in recovery.
Sorry, girl.
Wow.
And to the other girl that did that, bitch.
Well, it's layered.
Bitch.
This isn't a explicit podcast.
Sorry.
Okay. This is crazy. I picked that one because it had a lot of views, but I did not listen to it all the way through because I wanted to know with you. I had no idea. I had no idea how it ended. I just assumed that this was a dude who was like, oh yeah, I'm going to go out with my friends tonight. And then he goes to his wife or whatever.
Excuse me. He goes to his girlfriend.
So taking the open relationship part out of this, let's say you were dating someone. I'm hit by a bus. You're dating somebody because I'm dead. Yeah, that's the scenario.
Okay.
and you find out that he's seeing somebody else. Are you the type that not only does the research to figure out what's going on, but are you like her, the one who's like, I'm reaching out to the other girl because she's a victim in this?
Listen,
like,
I'm
what
the type.
do you do?
I'm the type that grabs a couple bottles of wine and I go, Ashley Mae, Simon, we're hanging out, and we all get together. And you know Ashley Mae, she can do all the research. She's gonna find it and be like, I found her, Kelly.
We have a couple of friends who are willing to do the research.
Oh, and Simon probably do it. We're gonna reach out. We're gonna tell her, and if we find out that it's an open relationship, guess what? We're the type of group that's gonna go hang out at the bar that you guys are at. We're just gonna stare you down. We're gonna be like, oh, hey, you're here too.
That's it. That's the most aggressive you'd be, is to go in the same place and be like, hey.
No, I'd throw a drink in his face.
Right in his
I actually don't
handsome
know.
face.
That's a lot of money. I'd get some water, throw some water in his face. I'll drink the drink.
You're not worth the $13.
No.
Let's see. I think,
I'd blast him on social media.
would you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw this other video. It was great. I love these people who do this. When someone, it's usually women who are getting terrible troll comments from stupid men saying horrible things. This lady was like, I have a lot of time on my hands and I'm good at research. And I just realized that you have your information on your TikTok and it's very easy to find your entire family on Facebook.
Yep.
Turns out you can message all of them as well.
Yep.
And I did.
Yep.
Have fun.
That'd be me.
That is who I would be.
Yeah.
And I know it's spiteful, but here's the deal. I have this philosophy that if people are willing to do rude things in public, it is okay to do public retribution or retaliation.
Listen, if you're going to be stupid enough to have your real information on there and try to mess with me and play me and make me look like a fool, then you have it out there.
It's like that Ashley Madison preview we saw last night coming out. Oh, we'll talk about that when we watch it.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like,
when he's like, I signed up to cheat on my wife with my real information.
if you lay it out there.
Yeah, you deserve what's coming to you, right?
Yeah. Don't do bad
Exactly.
things.
So there was one story.
Don't do bad things.
That's right.
Last time, don't do bad things.
Tell him, Taylor. Tell him about the smallest man in the world.
The smallest man who ever lived. I can't sing that low.
So I saw there was one news story that I wanted to talk about, but the further I dug into it, the more boring it became.
Don't do it.
But it was about a Facebook group called Are We Dating the Same Guy?
Yes. If you have to join a group.
Yeah, the answer is probably yes.
The answer, yes.
I was-
Yes, you are.
I even went on Facebook and looked up the group because I thought maybe it would be like side-by-side photos or something, but it was mostly text threads and stuff. And I was like, that's not very engaging and entertaining for the show.
It's boring.
But I know
But if you have to sign up for it, then let me tell you, you are.
if you have to sign up for what?
Like a Facebook group that says, are we dating the same guy?
Yeah, then you are. Yeah.
You
Is
are.
he cheating on me? If you have to ask,
Props.
probably. But you and I have that catfish gene because we're so into that like idea of investigation, and we've watched
I
so
would do
much
it.
catfish.
I think I'm good at it.
I think you are. I'm good at it too. And also,
Reverse image search, got you.
yes.
Looking up your phone numbers and calling it, or like looking that got you.
By the way, speaking of this kind of nonsense, I have to bring you up to speed on one thing. We talked about it last week briefly on the show,
Why
but
are
now
you
I've got
singing
more
it?
info for you today. Ba-da-dum. Look, if you're not up to speed on the JP Miller, Micah Miller insanity, Christian pastor JP Miller and wife who allegedly
He posted a nude of her,
he did do that. This woman left
a nude picture,
an abusive relationship.
as she should.
And
She was
then,
groomed in the church, which if you didn't go to the church, I don't know that you know what that means.
well, let's just
was
talk about it.
groomed.
She was 15 and in this person's youth group as he was the pastor.
How old was he?
I don't know how old he was, but he was leading the ministry.
At least 20, 22.
At least,
right?
and then groomed to be his wife later. He already had a handful of kids, so I don't know what happened.
He already
with
had a
his-
wife.
Yeah, lots of stuff here. But what you don't know, and look, if you're interested in this, we don't have time for all the details. You can see it on TikTok. It's everywhere. So the celebration of life ceremony happened. And this dude just like, he acted like it was another sermon. He just showed a bunch of pictures of her with like cosplaying at conventions and stuff with him. He was like, y'all know that I'm a comic book guy, and look, she dressed up as Mystique here, and oh, it was so great. He said nothing about like this was such a loving, caring woman, woman
he
of
didn't like
character.
her.
It was just like, look at her in this X-Men outfit.
He didn't like her. He just liked how she looked.
Look at her in a Wonder Woman
He's
costume.
crazy.
This dude is a bad dude. I also
You
saw this
shouldn't
video.
be a pastor.
I saw this video of him in, it said 2016 or 2017, fell out of his truck on his front lawn in the grass,
You
couldn't
drunk?
move. He said they switched his medication. He was like,
Liar.
I just want to go see Jesus. I don't know what
He
was going
should've.
on. Yes, this is a bad dude. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
He's in the public
about it.
eye now.
Yes.
They're not going to let him live it down. He hopefully won't be the pastor of this church anymore.
I will say this, though. He probably won't. But you know as well as I do from firsthand and other hand experiences that just because a terrible person in a pastoral position gets alleviated of that position doesn't mean that they won't immediately go to a different church and keep doing what they're doing.
And become the teen youth pastor?
I'm sorry. The person you're talking about is now the preteen youth pastor.
Preteen youth pastor?
The person that was in college and took advantage of a 14-year-old is the preteen youth pastor right now at the church in Texas. So I'm just saying, white men get too many opportunities in this world, and I'm hoping that he's not in this category. I know we got too heavy on Mother's Day, but this JP Micah thing
Well, he's
got
married
layered.
now, so hopefully his wife is aware.
Yeah, his second wife, third wife, what is it?
Second.
Something like that. I'm sure she's
Number
not.
dos.
Number dos. Hey, you're number dos too, but you're number uno in my heart. Anyway, speaking of terrible things, we're coming down the home stretch here on Mother's Day. Time to shift
'cause I'm
gears a little
tired.
bit. I know.
Sorry.
It's all good.
It's Mother's Day.
It's
I want to
Mother's
sleep.
Day. I do have a question. If we can pull ourselves far enough away from what we were just talking about, I have an unpopular opinion that I held on to from the other week that I'm thinking about sprinkling in here because I'm curious of what you think. You want to hear it? Mm-hmm. This is the last thing we'll do before we wrap up. Unpopular opinion. Confessing a past crush is a bad choice every time. Let me clarify. I mean, having a crush on someone, let's say in high school,
Okay.
and now you're adults, and you get somewhere, you're out to dinner, you're at a reunion, you meet in passing at a wedding, to say like,
I had the biggest
I
crush
had the biggest
on you.
crush on you when I was in high school.
Yeah, it's always
There-
a bad idea.
You think it's always a bad idea?
Um,
I don't think it's certainly not always a bad idea. And if you said that to someone you had a crush on, to me as your husband, I wouldn't be like inappropriate. I'd be like, yeah, we all had crushes. And just to be able to say it, like that doesn't bother me.
Sure.
What do you think? You disagree on that? I really thought we'd be on the same page.
I'm really
surprised.
processing through it in my brain quite slowly. I think it just depends on where everyone's at. Like, are they single? Are they not? Because I think sometimes when you tell someone that, man, I had the biggest crush on you, I think if they had any feelings that were similar and they're not in a relationship, I think it brings up the potential that something could happen.
I
Why
agree
would
with
you
that.
say that? Like if I said that and I'm married, like are they going to be like, oh, is she looking for like an out?
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah, I see that. To me, I go like
So-
we were kids.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that there's any harm. I think intention is everything, and
Yes.
not necessarily your intention, but also what the person thinks your intention is. So I think,
Do you want to hear what this person said?
Yeah, I
for
do.
some context. So the unpopular opinion was confessing a past crush is a bad choice every time,
Okay.
based on their one experience. And here's what it was. I have just had an experience of confessing to a girl I knew in high school that I was, quote, mesmerized and inspired by her. First of all, calm down.
that's a lot.
Calm down.
That's a lot.
That's like being like, I just had an experience where I saw my high school crush and I was like, you were my muse. I had a mural of you in my closet.
That's
Like,
too much.
calm
You're
it.
mesmerizing.
Calm it down. To which she responds, spoiler alert, I was one of her biggest crushes in high school, but she thought I was too cool. I bet that's exactly what she said. No good can come of this. Sure, smiley for a day, have a laugh, be giddy for one afternoon. But you didn't say anything then for a reason. You're romanticizing the past for sure. Probably both people involved are. Don't get any big ideas. Not gonna happen. This is like written by a true internet person.
Yeah, it's probably true. Also, this is completely off topic, but like, are high school reunions a thing anymore?
I don't know. I was just thinking about that because I'm coming up to my, I think, 80th anniversary, something like that.
Well, I'm coming up to my next year will be my 15th high school
reunion.
It would be.
Yeah.
But I was like, did we just skip over 10? And in all fairness, 2020 would have been my 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, not
10-year anniversary, 10-year reunion. But like, I don't even know how they find you. Like, I think about that a lot. Like,
well, there's alumni associations
for sure, and I think that there is a Granada Hills alumni group on. Now you guys know what high school I went to.
On Facebook.
On Facebook,
is it the "Did we date the same guy" Facebook page?
Yes. But like, I think about that a lot. Like, how? Like, do you email people? Like, how do you know? Because my email's not the same.
So the only thing that I know about this, there's two things. Oh, this is a weird thing. I don't think I told you this. Sorry, Mom.
Also, I'd go to your high school reunion with you.
I heard I'd go to your high school. I was like,
reunion with you,
lady. You've been to my high school.
I know, but I'd go to your reunion.
Paid. I would love for you to go. I will not be there because anyone I wanted to keep up with in high school, I have. In spoiler alert, I haven't kept up with anyone.
I know. It's like you don't want to show off all the things you've done.
No, because there's going to be 7 people there. All the people who are like, this is a big moment. I'm going to go. But look, even the people I did keep up with ultimately burned and abandoned me. So I have 0 high school friends.
That's true.
I also have 0 friends, period.
That's true.
But still, none of them are from high school.
Would Whitney be invited to your high school? And did you guys graduate the same year?
Yeah, we did. She only went for 1 year, but she would technically be there. And look, I keep up with her weekly, so maybe she's on the list of people to keep up with. Here's what I was going to say. My mom is a bright and shining star. She's so youthful and so young. Yeah. I think she's 37, 38, something like that. So young and so wonderful. She told me, she said, I was just on my Facebook group for my high school. And turns out, and I apologize, Mom, if this is something you don't want the internet knowing, but I don't think you care. She's like, I just found out that one of my high school boyfriends passed away. And I was like, oh, like that's tough. Like, not because you still have feelings for someone.
Yeah, but
anything,
it's like this person that you did at some point in time have feelings for. Yeah,
exactly. A person
you knew so well.
Yeah,
at the time.
A person that was a major character in your life at some point.
Yeah, is no longer here anymore.
No longer there. Yeah. And I was
now
just
you're the only one who holds those stories and those memories.
Yeah, what a nice
That's
extrapolation.
Really
yeah, exactly. Yeah, for better or for worse, I suppose, depending on how
but it's true. Like in every relationship, there's 2 people that know the story, even if it's their own side of it.
Yeah.
When one person dies, half of that story disappears.
It's
and
true.
You're left to carry that story on your own, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, it's like Coco.
Oh my God.
It's kind of true though. It's
yeah,
a joke, but kind of true.
It's true. And it's like this person that was, like you said, like a main character in my story.
Yeah.
Like now that piece of the story only lives on through me. And then when I pass away, like that story is no longer there.
What I'm getting at is it's time for the tell-all book that no one can refute because they're all gone.
I know. I really want your mom to talk more about that stuff. She's going to listen to this podcast and be like,
no, thank you.
I don't think anybody wants to hear anything I have to say. That's what she says every time. But I do.
To convince her. Come on the show.
I do care.
Let's do our own
show. It doesn't have to be the show. I just want to know.
It doesn't have to be our show, but I tell her all the time.
I'm here for it. I want to know about your life.
My mom says that she can talk confidently about just about everything for about 2 minutes. I think that's all we need.
2 minutes.
That's all we need.
Every topic, and
every week is a 2-minute episode on something.
I think your mom has more to say than that.
I agree.
But that's just me.
Going back a little bit to the reunion thing. So that's one of 2 things that
Tell me more stories, Mom.
The second thing is my cousin, Juliana.
Yes.
Bless her heart. Which I think is actually a negative thing in the Southern connotation. That's not what I meant.
Bless her heart.
I mean, like, she's wonderful and delightful. Yeah. Bless her heart. She's great. I remember.
It's wrong.
Whatever. I'm not Southern. My cousin, Juliana, who's wonderful.
There you go.
She was the class president. I was almost the spiritual life chairman or something.
Glad you weren't.
Yeah, I got, I was on the ballot.
Did you put yourself on the ballot?
I don't remember, but I did my speech, and then the other guy came up and he had Bible verses and stuff. I was like, I didn't even think of that, and I lost.
That's okay.
Ara Hartunian, I think is his name. Shout out to Ara.
This is just a complete random thing, but when I was in 5th grade, I ran for class president.
You did?
Yeah, or something. I think I won. I don't really remember. But my slogan, you want to know my slogan?
I know it, so I'm not going to spoil it. I just came up with it right now.
Is don't be a weenie, vote for Sweeney.
Because your last name was Sweeney.
Did you know that?
I did actually. Yeah, I did.
Isn't that funny?
It's cute.
It's cute. And my last name was Sweeney. Not anymore. Went from one Irish name to another very Irish name.
Don't be a weenie-a-cutty. Vote for McGillicuddy.
It doesn't work.
It
Don't
doesn't.
be a weenie. Vote for Sweeney.
So moving back,
did.
Juliana was the ASB class president. And I remember seeing something on Facebook where she was like, I know I'm the person who's supposed to be putting this together. And I don't know what it was, if she had a kid or she wasn't available or whatever. But she's like, I'm not doing this. JG, if you're listening and I got this wrong, apologies. I'm just winging it here.
Tell us. We'll fix it.
But I do think that it is the responsibility of the ASB president or the class president or whatever it
To
was
plan the reunions?
to be the one to plan the reunion.
She ain't doing that.
But
Love her.
in a world where Facebook and everything exists, it's not needed, is it?
I don't know.
Is there? Can you?
I would go to a reunion, I think.
Would you?
I mean, here's the deal. I don't know because I've never been invited to one, but I think I would go.
I also had less than 150 people in my class.
I had almost 1,000.
See, you would have a significant number of people at a reunion.
Yeah.
If half of the people showed up, we're at like 75 people.
I know.
Me.
Here's my problem, and this might sound very, what's what I'm looking for? Not selfish. Very, what's what I'm looking for?
I'm not in your brain. Not sure where this is going.
Be in my brain. I'm conceited. I'm not trying to sound conceited.
Got it.
I'm very good at faces. I'm not so good at names.
And everyone knows your name.
And everybody, I mean this in the nicest way possible. I'm so glad that so many people remember me. That's so great. That means I hope that I was a really nice person and people are like, man, that Kelly, she was so nice. But I swear, I run into people all the time who like know me. And I'm like, damn, I know your face, but I couldn't pull your name out of a hat if I tried. Like I have no idea.
You know that common phrase, couldn't pull your name out of a hat if I tried. It's, that old gem.
Shut it. I mean it though. I try so hard. I'm always like, damn, like,
Hey, you.
that's what you come in handy for.
Yeah, introduce
Because you
me.
know that your role is to be like, hi, I'm Sean Patrick. What's your name? I'm like, oh yeah, this is Sean Patrick. You know who this is.
Yeah, do you remember the most
What's
recent time that happened?
What's your name? You weren't there for me. That's what I remember the most recent time.
At the movies?
Yeah.
When we saw Haunted Mansion?
Yeah.
Tell me what happened and why you have a new boyfriend.
This was a while ago. We went to see the Haunted Mansion.
July, sure.
And
not
I had
that
to go to
long.
the bathroom after the movie. And so I ran to the bathroom and then I came out to meet the rest of my family because it was with you and my mom and my dad. And this guy comes up to me and goes, oh my gosh, Kelly, how are you? And I'm like, hey, how are you? My brain is going, how do I know you? Is it Shepherd? Is it Chick-fil-A? Is it school? I have no idea. We're talking. I'm just trying to like keep up with him. I have no
Trying
idea.
to do some abstract jazz.
I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, I think I know him from Chick-fil-A. I don't really know. I have no idea. And he's like, yeah, it's so good to see you. I'd love to catch up. I'm like, awesome. He's like, I have your number, right? And I was like, probably. And he was like, oh, let me check. Oh, I don't have it. Can I get it? So I give him my number.
You did?
Yes. And I said, yeah,
we are through.
feel free to text me. Just like, let me know that it's you when you text me. That was the best thing I got to be like, tell me your name when you text me.
Tell me your name. Text me with your name.
I didn't say it like that. I said, just, text me. Like, text me like you're in, or text me and then I'll know it's you.
I have
Okay.
so many
And
things
Pat,
to add.
SP, was just standing like 10 feet away, watching me with my mom and my dad. At no point in time was anyone like, I'm going to go over there and see what's going on. They're like, this girl's just having a conversation. She's so personable. I'm like, someone freaking help me.
We couldn't.
Nobody.
We were intimidated.
Absolutely nobody.
Intimidated
Guess
by
what?
his
He
hotness.
texted me and he was like, we should grab coffee.
He did?
Yeah.
How was coffee?
We didn't go to coffee because I think I said, here's my information, Kelly McGillicuddy. And I think seeing that my name had changed, he was like, oh, I'm out. I was like, that's right, because I'm married.
You also had a dude at a wedding you were working at that was like, oh, we can like get together and do all this stuff.
I didn't know
and
him,
then totally ghosted you.
Oh, Jacob. Yeah. I
Oh,
should've
yeah.
said his
Let's
name.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Sure.
I thought you were talking about the guy from the Academy Museum.
Oh,
who-
there's
who
so
hit
many
on me.
dudes that hit on Kel. Oh, yes. That was
That's what I
awesome and
thought you
so
were talking
awkward.
about. He had some balls. Came over to ask me out in front of you.
His balls.
In front of you.
Yeah, that was really
Hey,
funny.
do you have a boyfriend?
But here's the deal.
I'm actually married. He's right there.
Hi.
Hey, I'm SP. But
Hi.
kudos to you.
was
And then we
like,
had to
you've
go down the
got good
elevator with
taste
him.
in
It
the
was so
women.
awkward.
It was really awkward. Boy, oh boy, there's so many things I want to say. First of all,
I'm hot. You're welcome.
there was this time where I was single
He missed it.
that me?
Did you hear what I said?
No.
I said, I'm hot. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And you went, there was this time.
There was
and I
this
was single.
time where my hot wife There was a time where I was single. And there was this girl that was a couple years older than me in high school who I had a crush on in high school and after. And we were just chatting over whatever it was. It must have been social media. And I was like, hey, like if you're free tonight, like we should go to grab dinner or something. Oh, it was text. Cause she's like, yeah, totally. Not tonight, but like maybe another time. And then like 10 minutes goes by and I get a text that says like, hey, what are you doing tonight? I'm free. Do you have any plans? And it was from her. And I was like, don't think this was for me. And she was like, I'm so sorry. She was free.
She was free. She doesn't want to hang
not
with
free
you.
for me. Yeah.
That's okay. That was an easy way for you to know that she wasn't interested in you, though.
It's true.
It sucks at the time, but
Yeah.
she was
Look,
more embarrassed than you were.
In the history of my life, that's probably true. It is a sure thing that I've been interested in more people than have been interested in me.
Let me tell you that girl is sad now because you're cool.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of stuff.
She's like, oh my God, he has the podcast.
No, but you've done so many things.
That's true. Should I message her?
You've met so many. Yeah. Bitch.
Like you used to, lady. Jeez.
So you said you'd bleep it out. So you're going to hear bleep.
Oh my God, I'm going to have to listen to this entire podcast to
right.
bleep out your language.
You said I could.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, with all the cool things you've done, all the famous people you've met,
That's true.
she's going to be like, I missed out.
I know.
I mean, I'm glad she did because
Me too.
I got you.
Yeah, so far this has been pretty good. No,
Shut up.
I'm pretty happy with where I landed.
Shut it. You're going to get a green room with wood floors.
Girl, I can't even. And I know we're just droning on now, but I have more to say.
Go for it.
What were we talking about? Exes, reaching out. What were you talking about before I talked about? Oh, getting hit on.
I get hit on all the time.
It's true.
I'm just kidding. I just need everyone to know.
Just kidding,
Sorry.
but kind of serious. There's so much to say.
I will say people are very bold nowadays though. Like they will come up to you and be like, hey, like, do you want to grab, hey, you're cute. You want to grab coffee? Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, do you have a boyfriend? I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I have a boyfriend. His name is my husband.
Yeah.
Shove it. So I stumbled upon this new thing that I'm considering bringing into the show. It's just most of it is more intense and less lighthearted. And for Hardly Working in particular, we try to keep it light. But it's this forum called Am I Overreacting? And I was reading this one.
This is Farrah Fawcett hair, by the way.
Yeah, girl, it's Kelly Fawcett hair. No, that doesn't sound as cool.
No.
So here's what it was. Tell me your read on this. Essentially, this dude
Sorry.
was like, I've been married to my wife. She's wonderful. We have no trust issues. It's great. The other day she came home from the grocery store and she was like, the cashier was hitting on me and asked me out. And I had forgotten my wedding ring at home. And I was like, she basically said like, even if I had my wedding ring, like, I think you would have done it. Like, sorry, you have a hot wife. And then the dude was like, I laughed it off, no big deal. But then we went to the movies 2 days later and she still didn't have her wedding ring.
Maybe she just wants to get hit on.
Well, she did allude to a little bit of that, but it kind of turned into this conflict before the movie's like, hey, why don't you have your wedding ring? She's like, back off. I just forgot. It's no big deal. And then they got in the car and kind of got into it a little bit. And she was like, what? I'm a beautiful person. Like, what do you expect me to do? Not get hit on by people? And then she apologized. But she's like, the dude was like, am I overreacting about this wedding ring thing? And the reason why I know I didn't ultimately bring the article and read it to you, or the forum or story or whatever, but you have a unique experience with this in that, one, your husband doesn't get hit on, but two, your husband does not wear a wedding ring.
I was about to say, this is an interesting thing you brought up because I have two thoughts. Of one, you don't wear a wedding ring.
I don't, because no one needs it, because no one has ever been in danger of hitting on me ever.
I don't really
except
care.
for dudes.
But I don't really care because I trust you explicitly.
I trust you too.
I'm just saying, for everyone at home, I don't really care.
You truly don't. And you wear 50 rings.
I wear rings all the time. But I love my wedding rings, like truly. And the diamond is from your mom, and that means something to me.
Don't cry.
I'm not going to, but it really does. She gave us like the stamp, of approval.
A seal of approval.
Anyways, but number two, what I was going to say regarding the actual conflict or the actual story you said, something that you've told me and my brothers have told me. The guys don't look for wedding rings, nor do they care. They'll hit on you regardless. So would it have mattered had she had a wedding ring on? No.
And I do think that's true. Wait, did you say that your brothers agreed with that?
I've said the same thing. Yeah, but they don't look at wedding rings. No one looks to see if you have a wedding ring on. And even if you do, girls wear so many, and I see it now because girls wear so many rings now.
Sure.
You almost put, and this is calling you out a little bit, you almost put the ring on the wrong finger at our wedding. So no one even knows what finger it is.
How dare you?
It's easy. You're on the opposite side. I totally get it.
It's confusing.
It is confusing.
I'm a good husband.
I was worried about it when I had to do your ring on your finger.
But you were perfect.
Well, I practiced.
On who?
On my like knowing that
What's
it was
his name?
opposite side.
Sorry, there's also
His
a spider
name is
behind
Mark.
us. And I keep looking at it just to
Where
see
is
where
it?
it is. Watch my eyes.
Up there, that black thing.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to end the podcast now. Thank you guys
Gotta
so
go.
much
Love
for
you.
being
Hardly
here.
working. Bye.
I am scared. I'm terrified of spiders if you don't know anything about me. Wow, that's a fast-moving spider.
I know.
Okay, we got to wrap this up.
What a show. I'm glad we had a Mother's Day. Spectacular. I love you. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. I love you. Happy Mother's Day to all of you guys out there. No matter how you became a mom, whether you're a stepmom, whether you've lost a kid, whether you have a kid, whether you adopted a kid, or whether you miscarried, you're a mom in my eyes. And I love you. And I hope you have the best Mother's Day ever, even if you're trying to balance the grief and the joy in it. It's amazing. Being a mom is hard. Being a mom is cool. Oh my God, it's on the ceiling. You guys are amazing.
We love you. We mean it. And we hope you spend most of your time
Hardly working.
We will see you next week.
Bye. Wow, that was an annoying sound we chose.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everyone. Kill the spider. Guys, there is a spider on the ceiling. We ended our podcast early because there was a spider on the ceiling.
And there's bugs.
Don't get hit by that. Let me get it. You got it. Ah! Oh my God, did you get it? Get it. That's right.